Hey guys, welcome back to Jiva Shastra Abhyasa. I'm your educator Niranjan Hegde. So in this video, we will be discussing mainly about the revision topics through solving the question papers. So mainly here, I'm taking the question papers from the question papers, model question papers published from the Department of PU board. So from that only we are going to learn it. In this video we will learn only the 1 marks questions in a detailed manner, okay, by explaining every individual questions. So and also I'll give the answer for that, but explanation will be there. So be patient, watch the video until the last question, so you will learn a lot of things. So then let's not waste the time, let's move to the video.
Okay, the first question is what is the function of tapetum? So to learn the answer, let's go to the diagram. So this is the diagram of the microsporangium. So where the development of microspores are going to take place. So you can see over here a particular tapetum is marked in this place, and also in this place you can see these cells are there, no? So these are marked as tapetum cells. So what is the question? You can see the question here. What is the function of tapetum? So as you now know that where is the position of the tapetum, now you can easily understand what is the function. The function is mainly the nourishment of the growing MMCs, microspore mother cells. Microspore mother cells. So that is nourishment. They are going to give the nourishment. Okay. So let's move to the next part, that is define spermiation. So let's know where the process is going to happen. Okay, so spermiation is the process by which the mature spermatids, you can see the spermatids over here. So these spermatids are going to come from the Sertoli cells into the seminiferous tubules. The pathway is the Sertoli cells to the seminiferous tubules, and it will move into the epididymis. So this pathway of movement of and maturation of the sperms is known as the spermiation, the process of spermiation. So let's move to the next question, that is MTPS are legally restricted in our country. Justify by giving the reasons. Okay, so this is very simple. First let's know what is MTPS. After that you can only answer it. MTPS is medical termination of pregnancy. So now let's understand so why it is being banned in our country or restricted in our country. So in 1990s, so you have to give the answer in one line. So I'll just explain it. In 1990s, the abortion of the female child was increased. So which ultimately decreased the number of female child for thousand number of male, right? So that is what happened. Which has banned, which is the government has banned the MTPS in our country legally. And also the detection of only female, the abortion of only female child took place. That's why it's been banned. So let's move to the next question, that is name any one autosomal recessive disorder. So there are three different disorders are there in your syllabus, autosomal recessive. What is autosomal recessive? Where one extra or defective genes, sequence of genes or genes, whole chromosome, whole gene will be present in a autosomal gene. So no, there are two types of gene, right? One is allosome and another one is autosome. So in genes, so I'll write over here. The sixth question it is. So there are two types of genes are there, autosomes and allosomes, right? So autosomes are the genes which are physical determining character genes, and this is sex genes you can call. So these here the physical character defining characters. In this, if the gene is corrupted, then it is called as autosomal recessive. So if any of the gene which brings the physical characters brings the physical character out, that is defected, so that is known as autosomal recessive genes, right? So there are three types of diseases are there in your book. One is sickle cell anemia. Sickle cell anemia. So just you have to mention any one of them. Phenylketonuria, and the last one is thalassemia. So anyone you can write down. So only one it has been asked. So anyone in this three you can write down. Okay. So let's move to the next one, which is the which RNA is called as adapter molecule. So very simple answer it is. So according to your according to anyone, so this is the answer for the fifth one is tRNA. I'll write over here itself. tRNA. Why it is tRNA? Because it is going to adapt itself for binding to the different kinds of amino acids. Okay, next comes cancer patients are treated with alpha interferons. Give reasons. So it is also very simple, but it's not a direct question. It has been taken out in between your topics. So alpha interferons are the biological modifiers. So what are these biological modifiers? So which is going to bring out the action of or activates the immune system by activating T and B lymphocytes. So this is the reason what you have to give. Biological modifier, immune system, activates the immune system, and T and B lymphocytes by activating them. Okay, so let's move to the next question, that is the seventh one. Name the pathogenic virus which is used as biological control agent. Okay, now let's move to the seventh question, that is name the pathogenic virus. Name the pathogenic virus which is used as a biological control agent or biocontrol agent. The answer is very simple, one word answer, that is you can write baculoviruses. So let's learn not only this, what is this baculoviruses and what helps in. It is not required for 1 marks question, only naming is enough, but let's learn something more. So these are the viruses which are excellent for species specific treatment. These kinds of viruses are used. Mainly these baculoviruses comes under the genus known as polyhedroviruses. Okay, these are very species specific, and these viruses also has no negative impact, negative impact on what? Negative impact on plant, which is very good move, right? Negative impact on the plant. Okay, so with that it is majorly used or it is directly used on some of the mammals. It is not harmful for the even mammals. Okay, sorry for that. It is not harmful on the mammals, but these are directly harmful for very small insects and even for some birds also. Okay, so some birds also get infected by this particular viruses. Okay, so next one is what is RNA small I, RNAi, or it is termed as RNA interface. RNA interface. Let's rub it. Okay, so first let's know what are RNA interface. So I'll just show you a diagram here. So this is the one RNAi, showing the process of RNAi. First, I'll tell you what is RNAi, the process of RNAi is. So the RNAi is, these are the interferons which interferes. The name itself suggests interferons, right? You can see over here, interference, the interference, so which interrupts the process, right? So here RNAi is a type of process. It is not a single thing. It is a type of process which blocks or which represses. It's going to repress the process of translation and transcription. Translation and transcription. Okay, transcription and translation. How it is going to block? By using double-stranded RNAs. So it is going to cut. So you can see over here using when there is a formation of mRNA through the DNA proviruses on this particular thing, so that process will be blocked artificially by this type of interferences. So they are going to slice the mRNA whole strands, which will ultimately stop the process of doubling or duplicating of the viruses inside the cell. So you have to write in a single word, but it is a biological process which represses the translation and transcription by the double-stranded RNAs. Okay. The ninth one, write the equation for representing logistic growth. So it is a type of growth curve. Okay, it is a type of growth curve which is represented by the particular formula dN by dt is equals to r into n whole k minus n divided by k. So you are curious about what you know that you all know that. Just you need, if you have written this, you will not get whole 1 marks. So you have to write the abbreviations of the terms, like what is n? It is a population, right? Population density at time t, right? Time t. And you have to write r. It is the intrinsic rate of natural increase of what? Of the population. Okay. Intrinsic increase of natural increase. Okay, or increase in natural population. So this is the population one. Okay. So then k. What is k? That is carrying capacity of what? Of the habitat. Carrying capacity of the habitat. For example, if there is a 300 square kilometer area, how many number of tigers can be carried? So one. It is only one. So if another one comes, so one means one male tiger I am talking about. So there will be a sum of the other female tigers will be there. So if another male tiger comes, there will be a fight for that particular region. So this is what the formula is. Okay, do remember this formula, very important repeated question this is. The last question is, state the result of David Tillman's long-term ecosystem experiment. The experiment was conducted outside in the outer field. So where he observed he grew a different kinds of a variety of diversified plants and trees. So in that he saw, whenever there was an increase in the species, when there is an increase in the species richness, species richness. So that was there was a proportion, it was proportional to the productivity of that environment. Okay, productivity of the environment. So with that the stability was also there. Stability means everything has to be stable. Either it's the productivity should not be increased, and with that species also should not. If the species increase, productivity decrease, then the species richness also decreases. But the stability was there. This stability was kept for longer time. Okay, so ultimately he got a result that the stability of a community depends on the richness of its species. What is that? I'll write over here the answer. The stability of a community depends on the richness of the species. Okay, so this is the answer what you have to write for the 10th.